What is going on, guys? Today I'm going to be talking about something that I think a lot of people overestimate. I'm going to be talking about what it takes to make a living off of YouTube. Now, before I say this, if you want to make a living off of YouTube, one of the biggest things you need to do is post original content. If, especially in the gaming community, you're not original, your videos are just going to get filtered out with all the other spam people upload. I mean, so many people do the exact same thing. And so just make sure you're original. If you ever want to get to the point that I'm talking about in this video where you can actually make a living off of YouTube, you got to post original, good quality content. And if you are doing that, then you will get somewhere. If you're doing like a lot of people do and just doing the same old stuff over and over again, montages, things like that, that everyone else does, that there's nothing unique to. And I'll be honest, I do have my fair share of, going with the flow videos, doing what everyone else is doing, not really being different videos. But if you post original content, you can get somewhere off of YouTube. But especially in the gaming community, you have to be really creative because just about everything's been done. But anyways, I'm going to be talking about what it takes to make a living off of YouTube. Now, if you've watched any of my videos, you've seen how I've calculated numbers, this and that. 30 million views per year is what I think it takes to make a living off of YouTube. 30 million views will get you around $60,000 because you get around $2,000 per million views. Anybody knows this. If you get 1 million views, you show 1 million ads on YouTube, you're gonna get between $1,000 to $2,500. So I'll average it out until you get around $2,000. And so if you get 30 million views in a year, that's $60,000. But then your network, no matter who you are, your network's going to take a percentage of that. And so we'll say after that, you'll come out to around $50,000, $45,000, $50,000, which to me is enough to make a living off of. A lot of you are probably thinking, how are you going to pay for a car and a house and all this other stuff with $45,000, $50,000? But yeah, to make a living off of YouTube, in my opinion, to you, this might be too low of standards. To some of you might be like, holy crap, that's a lot of money. You need around 30 million views per year, and you can divide that up. That's a couple million views a month. And to a lot of big YouTubers, that's nothing. They average millions upon millions of views per video, and they upload almost a video a day. So, I mean, they're reaching that $50,000 mark in a month. And a lot of people would just like to reach that $50,000 mark in a year. And so that's pretty much that. I think it's overrated, though. I think a lot of people are trying to become YouTubers. A lot of young people are spending a lot of their time making YouTube videos, and 90% of those videos aren't even getting viewed by someone else besides them and their friends. And part of it is, like I mentioned earlier, they're not being original. They're doing what everyone else is doing. And if you're doing a gaming channel and you're copying everyone else, you're not going to get anywhere. It's just there's so many videos and there's not enough viewers to actually watch them all. That's why you have to be original. That way when someone does watch it, they're going to tell their friend, and you know how it works. So I know, and I said this earlier, I'm not that original in my videos either. I'm trying to, and I want to branch out and do some other things. And I just try to be creative and talk about stuff that's thought-provoking that I would actually like to listen to. And if I would watch my own videos, then I'm sure there are other people in the world that would too. But yeah, around 30 million views would get you around $60,000, and then your network takes a percentage, and yada yada yada. And that's what I think it takes to make a living. So if you want to make a living off of YouTube and you think you can pull out 30 million views per year, then you got what it takes. And that's pretty much that. Just so you can see. If you see a small YouTuber or a medium-sized YouTuber and you're wondering if they make a living, just check and see. If they're getting more than 30 million views per year, then more than likely they're doing YouTube as a job. And that's pretty much that. YouTube, a lot of people are doing nowadays. Like, so many gaming channels start up every day. And I know, I mean, everyone who starts a channel wants to get famous and wants to get big and get to that point where they're making a lot of YouTube money and just have a bunch of fans, even if they're not doing it for the money, just, to have a bunch of fans. And one of the biggest things, I know I'm throwing this in, I know this video is supposed to be talking about what it takes to make a living off of YouTube. The biggest thing is to be original and be creative. And that's pretty much that. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you later.